Hey everyone. I feel like there's someone on your mind, and I think we should get some messages from that person and see what they have to say. I think this person might be someone from your past, like an ex, or maybe someone new who's looking to come forward towards you. We'll find out. All right. We'll find out who this person is. What's this person's energy? What is this person's energy? The person on your mind, what is their current energy right now? What is their current energy? Five of Wands. This person this person is battling themselves. They're stepping up towards major conflict with themselves. The idea of maybe approaching you. Um and I feel like it's for maybe a negative reason. Um they're fighting with their own ego right now. And that tells me that this person may be somebody who's an existing energy in your life, like you were in a relationship with them, they're your ex. Yeah. They're dealing with a lot. When it comes to the thought of you, they're battling themselves whether or not they should not only reach out, but even think about you. Why is that? Because they want to come forward. They feel inspired to come forward towards you. This person wants to reach out to you. Page of Wands, yeah, they want to reach out to you. They're eager to reach out to you. They want to text you, call you. They have that fire within them. They're very they have that feeling, but again, they're fighting with themselves whether or not they want to. What does this person have to say? What does this person have to say to you? They're looking to they're looking to start anew with you. I mean, they look at you like someone who they can you're someone who they can build a solid foundation with relationship wise. I feel like they can be friends with you, and but they're looking for a little bit more than that. They want to come back. Yeah, they have long term goals with you. They're very interested in kind of rekindling, starting something. Again, I'm getting the energy of somebody who's from your past, but they want to come back. They want to work with you. They want to. This might even be somebody you work with. This might even be somebody you see at your job. Maybe not necessarily work with, but somebody who frequents your your job location. Maybe they're a customer, a patient, a vendor. I don't know. Somebody who comes around a lot. But um, yeah, I feel like you had a relationship with this person at one point, and you still see them, and they're looking to come back around, but they're fighting with themselves for whatever reason. Why are they fighting with themselves? What happened? If this person is an ex, what happened between the two of you? What happened between the two of you that caused this separation? Why is this person battling their thoughts? I feel like this card represents both of you. I think this card represents the collective, or you guys more. This person left you with a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fears, a lot of um, worries. They left you hurt. They left you feeling very down and out. And I feel like because of that, they feel the same way, and that's why they're battling themselves on trying to even approach you again. Give me more on what happened. Give me more on what happened between these two. What did this person do, or what happened? Nine of Wands. I feel like this person was very guarded with maybe their emotions, with their life towards you. Maybe they felt beat down. They've been through a lot of trauma in their past, and they were afraid to fully open up or commit to you. I feel like they let their past baggage and hurt kind of seep into this relationship. and it kept them from opening up. It held them back. And this person was always on the defensive with you. Maybe you tried to have conversations about where this relationship's going. How do you feel about me? And they were just like very, very with a wall up. I feel like they may have had a guard up. Yeah. Getting a lot of fire here. A lot of fire, Leo energy. Sagittarius. These wands. Why'd they have their guard up? Why were they so defensive? Why were they so guarded with their emotions and their feelings and their way of giving you a relationship? A lot of things may have been uncovered. Maybe they were afraid of a lot of things becoming uncovered that they weren't ready to tackle. They weren't ready to explain. They felt like if they opened up to you and gave you the love and the happiness, or they experienced the love and the happiness with you, that past trauma, that baggage would still kind of creep up on everything and force its way out. And then they'd have to explain. And then they would have to explain, why they can't fully give you those feelings of happiness, joy, warmth, love. How did this make you feel? How did this make the collective feel? How did you guys feel with all this? You sat in your foundation. You said, listen, I feel like a lot of you were ready to take this relationship the entire way. Like you had thoughts, you had goals, you felt like you can build a solid foundation or provide a solid foundation for this person, for this relationship. You felt comfortable in what you could bring to the table. You felt very confident, very proud in what you can bring to the table. And this person just retreated. You were ready to offer security, not only financially or materialistically, but your shoulder, your heart, your compassion. You felt very confident in what you could do. And I think that contributed to the fear this person had, and as to why they retreated. But I feel like it was more past traumas, baggage, unfinished business with certain things. This person's looking out. This person's planning a comeback. This person's looking out towards a what if horizon. They hold the world in their hands and they don't even know which way to go. They're just looking. They're looking out into the horizon, wondering what to do next when it comes to you, because they're still fighting themselves with the Five of Wands. And 2 cards just flew out. So let's actually 4 cards just flew out. So let's see what they have to say. Oh, I got the Fool and I got the 7 of Cups in reverse. So the Fool in reverse, it's like the Fool is taking that leap of faith and wanting to just blindly just throw caution to the wind and say, hey, let's do this. But this person's holding back. This person's like, you know what? I'm still fighting myself. I cannot just take that leap of faith forward. I can't do it. I'm not ready. 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they feel like they just don't have it in them. There's a lack of clarity. They feel very confused. They feel there's just too many things in their way, mentally and emotionally, that's keeping them from moving forward and coming to you. I'm not even going to pick up the ones I found on the floor because, actually, you know what? I'm lying. There is one that came in reverse. King of Cups. Yeah. This aligns perfectly with these other 2 cards. See, he doesn't, the King of Cups, it's like he feels ashamed. He feels cold inside. He feels emotionally kind of bankrupt. And he just doesn't know what to do from this moment on. I mean, he knows what he wants, but he feels so frozen in his feelings. Very ashamed, very, why did I let this happen the way it did? And now look where I am. I had somebody great and look where I am now. What's this person's next move? What are their intentions? Like, what if they make a move? What is their next move? What will they do? Will they come out of this frozen silence? Will they make a move? What happens now with this person? The Empress. They know who you are, man. You're someone they want to make that move towards. Venus energy. They know you're somebody who's completely nurturing, loving. You know your worth. You know what you're sitting on, basically. You know, you were the King of Pentacles as well. You knew exactly what you can bring. They just let that slip through their fingers. They knew they were letting you slip through their fingers because they just couldn't provide what they knew you needed the most. The emotion, the emotional, mental, just all that they couldn't provide. They're struggling. So what is their move? What is their next move towards the Empress? Ten of Pentacles. They're definitely going to reach out to you. They want to try again, and they're looking for something. They want to hand you or offer you that reciprocal foundation, that steady, sturdy security that you were willing to offer them in the past. They want to, but again, they're still fighting with themselves. What do you want? What do you want through all this? Are you willing to look back and give this person the time of day, or what do you want? What does the collective want? You know what? A lot of you are hoping for the chance to hear from them because you have something you want to say. You know, there's a lot of things that you were never given the chance to say. You want answers. You want answers because I feel like this person just kind of just emotionally died and just walked away. And for a small portion of you, I feel like you may have walked away from them because of this. But I feel like for the majority of you, this person just slowly faded away. They drifted away. They couldn't give you what you needed. And I feel like you're coming on headstrong if you hear from this person. And I feel like some of you, a very small few of you, actually wanted to reach out to this person and be like, what the hell? I think we should talk about this. But of course you didn't because things were over. But I feel like when this person tries to come back, you're going to have a lot of questions. They're going to be met with some truthful words from you and some questions and some, whys and how, and, what is this person prepared to tell you? What is this person prepared to, how are they going to come to you? What are they prepared to tell you? What are they prepared to tell you? Not much at the moment. Because they want to think about things. I mean, they will come to you, but I feel like they're going to give you such kind of emotionally empty responses because they don't want to lose the chance of trying to talk to you. And I feel like they're going to reach out to you before they're ready. Simply, just to not have more distance between you. Like they don't want to lose you 100%. So they may come at you or come towards you without any depth, without much to say, but just for the sake of not completely losing this connection. They are thinking about things. They are planning for the future with you, for a future with you, but right now they're just so solemn. They need that time though. They need to take the time to collect themselves, get everything in order in their heads and in their hearts and recuperate. Take some time alone. That's what they're doing now, but I feel like prematurely they'll come at you. They'll come towards you. And I think they're going to be living on a prayer when it comes to reaching out to you, because they really can't offer much right now. But their intentions are there. Four of Cups, yeah. It's like you'd be willing to offer them a little something if they came your way, but it's like they're going to approach you with such, it's like so despondent, There's such a disconnect with them. 3 cups sitting on the ground, 1 cup coming out of the sky just for them, and they have no interest. It's like they know what it's like they know what they lost, and they know what's being offered or what can be offered and what can come of this, but they're just like, they're so emotionally and mentally bankrupt. I feel like this person really should take the time that they need for themselves, but they're not going to. I think that they want to come to you, and maybe they're hoping to lean on you to bring them up, and this is not how this should be done. Are they hoping the collective brings them out of this 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, despondent kind of reality that they're living in? 9 of Cups, yeah, you're their wish. They're hoping that you would. They're hoping that you can give them the satisfaction and the happiness and the contentment, and they want that emotional stability, but I feel like for the most part, they're hoping that you can come back into their life and provide that. What does the collective want to do? What does the collective want to do with all this? I feel like you feel like this person needs to not, this person needs to be on their own right now. You feel like this person needs to be on their own. Like you need to not let them back in right now because they need to repair themselves. You need to let them stand out in the cold and realize not only what they've done to you, but what is going on, what's being done to them, what's their, what the past, what their past and what their baggage is doing to them and what they need to work on. You won't allow them into your warm sanctuary until they can heal themselves. Will this person ever be able to get themselves together? I feel like with the right guidance, they could. And I feel like they're looking towards you. They feel like the person they care about, they love, and that they felt like they did wrong can bring them out of this. But I feel like they need to really search elsewhere. Maybe counseling, maybe, therapy. I feel like that would be something that would be what they really should be aiming towards. This person has a lot of trauma in their life, and it's to a point where they feel so apathetic. They don't feel anything anymore. They're just like, they kind of just go with the motions. I mean, they can't possibly think that coming back into a relationship with you is the right thing right now, because you know what you want, you know what you can bring to the table, you know what you can do, and they know that you can do those things, and they're hoping that you patch them back up, and that's not the way this should be. So what happens now? What happens now? What happens now? What should the collective do? What should the viewer do? What's the final word here? Recognize the pain. I mean, you see that this person is feeling the way they are, and a lot of you still feel hurt over this. I feel like if this conversation ever happens between the two of you, and I feel like it will, again, I feel like this person is going to kind of crawl their way back towards you just for the sake of not losing 100% connectivity. And there's going to be a lot of hurt, especially with the things you have to say to this person. It's going to hurt them. And it may hurt you to have to be so firm and point out the boundaries that were broken or the boundaries that you have to set again. But I think the conversation should happen. I think the hurt should be acknowledged. But I really think this person needs to work on themselves. They can't possibly offer you anything right now. This is going to be disastrous. Yeah. One final word. What's one final word for both parties here? What's one final word? One final word. Wheel of Fortune. Again, the clock doesn't stop ticking, you know. There are some pivotal moments you're going to experience with this connection. You're going to experience energy shifting. You're going to experience turbulence, emotion. For those who decide to hear this person out, for those who decide that they want to help this person, I I say that with caution. You can't, you can lead a horse to water, right? This person needs a lot of help, and I think it starts within. And I think that you can, this person's going to look to you to help them with that shift in energy. Be very careful though. You can guide someone, you can talk to them. And if you know, I feel like you both know, especially this person, they know that they can't offer you anything right now, but they don't want to let you go. They don't want to let you go. I feel like this person really needs to work on themselves. I feel like even though you know where you stand and you know your power, and you know that you're okay, I think that there's some things that you can work on as well. And it doesn't hurt to hear this person out if you should choose to. At the end of the day, you do what you want. And I don't recommend trying to fix this person, trying to solve their problems for them. But I feel like deep down, this person, they may just want to talk. They just may want you to listen. And there's nothing wrong with listening. That's the least that can happen, But just be careful with this. And I'm not defending this person because I feel like, a lot of pain held them back from what they could give you. But yeah, just hear them out. Give them a chance. If you should choose to, give them the chance. So that's what I got for this reading right now. I hope it helps someone. All right, I'll see you guys next time.